Looks like my hair is looking really good today. So, welcome to my crypto Odyssey. I'm so glad you could join me today. We're going to be discussing three terms that are really important for you to understand accurately so that when you're doing research or investigating information on blockchain or cryptocurrency, that you have a good foundation of information that you're building upon. If you don't understand these terms or are getting them confused, you might be making wrong assumptions or not fully understanding the information that you're trying to digest. So sit back, relax, take a few minutes, and learn a little bit about cryptocurrency. To understand cryptocurrency, you really need to first understand traditional currency, which is also called fiat. Fiat is centralized. It's typically run by a national bank or government. The US dollar is your classic traditional currency. It exists as a hard currency in a physical form, like the US dollar or in any other denominations. And we're all familiar with this. It's tangible and it's money that you can get out of an ATM or if you go make a bank withdrawal. One key takeaway with traditional money is that the supply of money is variable, meaning it vacillates depending on the policies or economic situation that may be in play at a given time. And its value is derived from the power or trust or economic output or military power of a country, or even the creditworthiness of a country. All of these things can impact the valuation of a traditional fiat currency. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, is sort of the antithesis of centralized fiat currency because cryptocurrency is decentralized. It's not overseen by a government or national bank. The supply of the currency is finite, unlike a traditional fiat currency, which is variable. For example, Bitcoin, which is, I'm sure everyone who's watching this has heard of, has a maximum supply of 21 million coins. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins that can be produced. And in the case of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, that's mined. But that's the maximum potential. And that's assuming it gets completely mined out because as the difficulty increases, I'm not sure what happens when you get to those last million shares or so, if that's even going to be feasible or even economically viable to mine that, depending on the price of the currency at the time. So that's another key takeaway. Cryptocurrency is finite. It's also decentralized. So what is cryptocurrency? If it's not a tangible currency like a hard currency like the US dollar or the euro or whatever currency you want to think of, what is it? Well, it's a secure string of data that requires validation whenever it's transferred or used. Unlike a traditional currency, hard currency where you can just exchange it, cryptocurrency is validated for its legitimacy every time it's used. It is checked to make sure that it is not a currency that has been counterfeited or in some other way stolen or manipulated. So the way I think of it is it's a piece of a puzzle that has to fit exactly. Or maybe a better way of thinking of it is like a lock. I have one here, a lock that needs a key to unlock it. So the data is secure. Every time a transaction happens, it's unlocked and relocked. So think of it that way. Maybe that'll help you a little bit. The final point I really want to make about cryptocurrency is typically it comes in two forms, either as a coin or a token. And these are not the same thing, although when you look on an exchange, they appear to be the same thing, meaning that if I look at Bitcoin versus something that's listed as a token, possibly, then they appear the same. They have symbols. They have values. They're tradable. They can be exchanged for back in and out of Bitcoin or in and out of other currencies. But the underlying pinnings of the actual currency is different. So coins act as actual currency. They fill that role to allow financial transactions of data on the blockchain. Tokens, however, are different in that they are the building blocks, or can be building blocks, of applications and fill specific roles for the development and functions of applications and data storage. So they have more capabilities. Some people could argue that I guess that they have more capabilities, but they really do. So that's kind of a key difference. Coins are more like traditional currency in that they are exchanged for treated more as like money, and tokens actually serve a functional purpose within cryptocurrency and blockchain. So the key takeaway from this little explanation on cryptocurrency is that it's decentralized. Cryptocurrency is finite. Cryptocurrency is secure. And you might ask yourself, how is that possible? Well, let's jump to the next term. So what is blockchain? It's different than cryptocurrency as it operates as a secure public ledger that validates a cryptocurrency. It's essentially an authenticator. Every transaction is recorded and validated, making it secure. This information and the details of the transaction are accessible and available to see by anyone and everyone. So if you recall in the previous discussion, I talked about cryptocurrency being a lock. And if you think of the blockchain as being the key, it allows the blockchain to be unlocked and relocked. So if you think about it that way, maybe that'll keep it in your mind so that you can understand how cryptocurrency and blockchain are interrelated. The interesting takeaway of blockchain is that although all the information that is transacted is public, meaning you have full visibility, you or me can go and look at all transactions that have occurred for cryptocurrency. It is not anonymous in that regard. I can see every transaction, but it is anonymous because I don't know who made the transactions. So when you hear that cryptocurrency and blockchain is anonymous, that's what it's talking about. I can see the record of $1 million worth of Bitcoin going from one address to another address. I just don't know who specifically it went between, but I can see it. I can see when it happened. And that is different, a lot different than what you have in traditional fiat currency, because you don't have visibility to that at all. I couldn't tell you if a bank is moving money from one location to another, or an individual is moving money from one location to another. I have zero visibility to that. In blockchain, you have visibility to everything. So that's really, in a nutshell, what blockchain is. It is a public, secure ledger that validates cryptocurrency and data. Okay? So with that, let's move on to our final term for this YouTube video, which is algorithms. So you might be asking yourself, how are cryptocurrencies and blockchains made? Yep, you guessed it, it's algorithms. I think of algorithms as code, like computer code, C++, BASIC, machine language, Java, HTML5, pick your favorite computer language. Algorithms are the developmental languages and tools that are used to build both blockchains and cryptocurrencies. There are many different algorithms, but the first one was SHA-256, which was used to make the very first cryptocurrency coin, which was Bitcoin. Other algorithms include Etash, which is Ethereum, Equihash, which is zClassic, Kryptonite, which is Monero. In a very real sense, algorithms are the foundation of all cryptocurrency and blockchain in a very real sense. And I think that's probably the most important takeaway that you can have from this definition or discussion on algorithms. They are the foundation upon which both the blockchain and cryptocurrency for any coin or token are built. You may ask yourself the question, so how are algorithms different from each other? How is SHA-256 different from Ethash or Equihash or Kryptonite? Well, they all have very specific enhancements or differences that are integral into their specific algorithm. One may be more efficient. One may have better data storage capacity. One may have better security. But they all have their pros and cons, but they all exist independent of each other, but basically using the same general engine and design to function. So I completely understand why people get these terms confused. The way I think about it, all three of these are related and symbiotic, meaning they work together and need each other to function. Your key takeaways from this YouTube video should be: cryptocurrency is decentralized and it's finite. Blockchain is a public ledger used to store and validate cryptocurrency and data. And finally, that algorithms are the building blocks in the computer code and tools used to build both cryptocurrency and blockchains. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you got any benefit out of it, please click like, and if interested, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. Be sure to check out my Crypto Coin Corner, where I discuss specific cryptocurrency coins and tokens.